one of the main things in the news right now, Trey Nichols. Rest in peace to the brother. Condolences for the family. Tragic situation. Unfortunately, it's nothing new. But in this particular case, kinda, maybe, sorta. Now, we always see white officers, do, low down shit, to the melanated beings, you know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, whatever the case, that's what's programmed, or that's just what we see often. Alright, now in this case particularly, this was all black. Everybody in the situation was melanated beings. So it wasn't this, like, race thing involved. Now, what they did to that young man and why, it's just sad. It's not, it's just not how we should be doing our people, regardless of what side of the fence we on, regardless of what our occupation is, or religious, just whatever. It shouldn't be nothing that separate us that bad, or just it shouldn't be nothing that make a police officer in this case want to do that to an unarmed civilian on a traffic stop. This is a traffic stop in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, I'm pretty sure most, if not all of you guys, have heard and or seen the video. I couldn't watch it. I didn't want to watch it. That's just me. I don't know about how you guys feel, but yeah, I just couldn't watch it. I didn't want to see that bullshit. I didn't want to see that bullshit at all. Now, just going in depth with it. It happened about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, but I say about 2. Of course, details come out, and apparently, 5 officers, and them is some lame bitch ass niggas, all 5 of them. Regardless if this was a ritual, regardless if this was something Masonic, regardless if this was as real as we think it is, regardless of the situation. You know what I'm saying? So 5 officers, and allegedly, Trey Nichols was, I don't think he was having an affair with the man's wife, but I think they were divorced, and now she's moved on, and I guess Trey is who she moved on with, and the ex-husband, which is one of the cops out of the 5 that beat Trey Nichols to death. I guess he was, in a jealous rage. He a police officer. He probably ain't get no pussy anyway. So, he probably was probably, I ain't gonna say he was, and that go for all 5 of them. They probably didn't get no pussy when they was young. They probably was just some lame ass niggas in school. I don't know, but I'm just guessing, man. I'm just basing it off what I know and what I seen. Actions. You can get a conclusion based on somebody's actions. So I'm gonna I'm just assume allegedly that's what type of niggas they are, cause that's what type of shit these niggas did. Like, yeah, like if you got something going on, you ain't mad at your ex-wife, bro. It's a nigga who ain't got shit going on. He a police officer, probably don't make a lot of money. Maybe the Trey Nichols did. Maybe he had a nice career, drove a decent car, probably living better than him. It had to be more to it if this was the case. You know, but so now we know why it was so aggressive and excessive. This was, you know, really, really like, they crossed the line so many times, so many ways. The way they talked to him, the shit they said to him, let alone the things they did to him. But like I say, one of the officers, he has an ex-wife, and Trey Nichols was in a relationship, or just, you know, they had dealings, and you know the officer knew about it. So, you know, I guess he called up his goons. I guess he called up, you know, his, you know, fellow officers, cause they were in this was some sort of group, clique, or just a part of the division of the Memphis Police Department, and they were called the Scorpions. I don't know if this was like a gang task force. Couldn't have been, because this wasn't a gang situation. And for you motherfuckers out there who seen this situation, and the first thing you think about is a gang, y'all some lame ass, nigga hating ass motherfuckers. A gang don't got nothing to do with this shit. The only gang involved are the police. You lame ass nigga. But I'm gonna keep going. I just had to throw that out there. They in a division called the Scorpions. So, okay, make a long story short, I don't know what exactly the Scorpions were supposed to do, but I'm pretty sure they weren't supposed to pull over a citizen, a tax-paying citizen, in a traffic stop and beat him to death. I know that was not the goal. I know that wasn't the protocol. I know that wasn't the task at hand. You know, this was pretty much jealousy. Pretty much just bad policing. Like, who are these motherfuckers? Allegedly, 2 or 3 of the police officers were in the gang, and they joined the police force. So them niggas extra lame for that shit. Nigga, you bipolar, nigga. You, like, you don't know what the fuck you want to do. You confused. If you went from a gang to a fucking police officer, nigga. But at this point, I don't exactly know if it's true, but I have heard those rumblings. Haven't looked that up specifically myself. But I'm gonna keep going. They in a division called the Scorpions. So, okay, make a long story short, I don't know what exactly the Scorpions were supposed to do, but I'm pretty sure they weren't supposed to pull over a citizen, a tax-paying citizen, in a traffic stop and beat him to death. I know that was not the goal. I know that wasn't the protocol. I know that wasn't the task at hand. You know, this was pretty much jealousy. Pretty much just bad policing. Like, who are these motherfuckers? Allegedly, 2 or 3 of the police officers were in the gang, and they joined the police force. So them niggas extra lame for that shit. nigga, you bipolar, nigga. You like, you don't know what the fuck you want to do. You confused. If you went from a gang to a fucking police officer, nigga. But at this point, I don't exactly know it's true, but I have heard those rumblings. Haven't looked that up specifically myself. But I'm gonna keep going. This wasn't like George Floyd. George Floyd situation was, in this case, I don't know, as far as the Memphis case, but I know for a fact in the George Floyd situation, that was like a psyop, a ritual, something scripted. Regardless if that's what you want to believe, that's cool, that's fine. Say what you gotta say, think what you want to think. Our reaction was real. The people around the world, that reaction was real.